Hi, my name is Kathy. As a teenager, I met a man walking to my friend's house to study. She only lived 10 blocks from where I did. It was on that 10-block walk to her house where I met the man that would traffic me for 2 years. It started simple enough. He just said hi, and I said hi back. And then over the course of several months, every time I walked to her house, there he was. And our conversations got deeper and longer and more meaningful. And he gained my trust. He was interesting and charming, and he paid attention to me, and he listened. About 2 months after that dating started, he picked me up one night, and we were supposed to be going out, and he said he had forgotten something at his house. So we went, and when we went inside, there was another man waiting there, and the two of them brutally assaulted me for the next 2 or 3 hours. And he was talking to me, and at first I couldn't understand him. I know now that was because of the shock, until he said my sister's name. And he was saying, from now on, you'll be where I tell you to be, when I tell you to be there, or else I'll do this to Cassandra. She was only 5.5 at the time. And so that night started the next 2 years of a very heinous and evil time in my life. He picked me up and he took me to homes around the Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake area and sold me. People would come to those residences and pay to have sex with me. They would do whatever they wanted. And then he would take me home. And then I would get up the next day and do it all again. 3 or 4 times a week for 2 years. This is what human trafficking looks like in America. Or one way. People think it doesn't happen here. But the truth is, trafficking happens everywhere that there's people. One night he picked me up and we were en route to another house, I thought, and instead he pulled into a parking lot of the mall, and he got out of the car and I started following him. And then he suddenly turned and just looked at me really weird. And he said, I don't want to see you ever again. Don't go any place I've taken you. Don't try to get in touch with me. Don't try to find any of those people. This is the only way I can save you. And he pulled me to him and kissed my forehead and told me he loved me. And then he pushed me away and left me standing there at midnight in this parking lot in the middle of Norfolk. I would love to say I felt like, yay, freedom. But I was so broken and so full of shame and so dead inside. Thankfully, not only was I released from that horror, but I've also been redeemed and I've found restoration. And that's thanks to God. And He can restore and redeem anybody. Now that you know, what would you do to let people know this is really happening?